Long ago, before kingdoms rose and empires fell, the world trembled at the name of a single monkey, Sun Wukong, the Monkey King born from stone, crowned by chaos. He once roared at the Jade Emperor himself, shaking heaven's gates with a single strike of his golden staff. His rebellion carved legends into the clouds. But heaven does not forgive so easily. For all his courage, the Monkey King was chained beneath 5 Elements Mountain, pressed on the cold stone, left to cold centuries with nothing but silence for company. Time turned heroes to myths. The mighty sage became a rumor carried by desert winds. Yet the punishment had purpose. One day, a monk named Tong Song would come to free him. Together, they would journey west, seeking sacred scriptures to purify the world. And the monkey's undefined heart. But destiny's threads are stubborn. One careless wish, one shimmering box beneath the moonlit sky, and the path will claw its way back. The Monkey King, the monk, the sins, all bound together by a relic called the Moonlight Box. And so, under a sky heavy with stars, a new story began, with an old monkey, a silent mountain, and a fate that refused to die. 5 centuries drifted by like desert winds. The Monkey King vanished into bedtime tales and forgotten prayers. In his place stood a man who called himself Shizun Bao, a petty bandit with sharp eyes and a sharper tongue. Shizun Bao ruled a gang of dusty men from the edge of nowhere. By day, they robbed travelers of silver and laughter. By night, they drank cheap wine and cursed the heavens that never answered. To Shizun Bao, destiny was a scam for the weak. He would rather trust his knife than the stars. Every rumor of gods and demons, he drowned in laughter, until one rumor walked into his camp wearing silk and a smile sharp enough to cut bone. Her name was Spring-30 Lady, a gymnast who slipped through stories like a shadow. She came hunting treasure, secrets, and foolish men. Shizun Bao thought he could handle her. After all, he talked his way out of 1,000 deaths. But this time, the game was different. Spring-30 Lady wanted more than silver. She wanted something hidden in the sands, a relic older than his gang, older than the desert, older than the sins he could not remember. They called it the Moonlight Box. Far above the dusty chaos, a fairy watched the mortal realm with eyes as clear as moonlight. Her name was Zixia, neither fully goddess nor simple spirit. Her laughter made clouds tremble, her stubborn heart made even heaven sigh. Zixia descended not for gold or worship, but for a promise buried in legend. Only the man who could draw a purple sword would earn her heart, a heart untamed by heaven's rules. She found Shizun Bao by accident, or perhaps exactly by fate's cruel design. A petty thief in a desert wasteland, hardly the prince she'd imagined in her daydreams among stars. Yet when she looked into his reckless grin, something in her chest tightened, like an echo from another lifetime. Shizun Bao thought she was trouble, a fairy with secrets and demands. But Zixia only smiled at his curses. She saw not the bandit, but the shadow of a monkey hidden deep in his bones, a spark of something wild enough to break free. One night, beneath the moon so full it seemed ready to spill secrets across the sand, Zixia placed her sword before Shizun Bao's startled eyes. "Draw it," she whispered, "half a day, half a prayer." Shizun Bao laughed it off. A trick, a jungle, a fairy's game. Yet when his fingers brushed the hilt, a flash of power cracked the desert silence. For a heartbeat, the thief and the fairy saw a different world. Waterfalls, peach blossoms, the shadow of a staff spinning in a war against heaven. Then it vanished, leaving only Zixia's soft voice trembling in the wind. You really are him, aren't you?" The Moonlight Box was never meant for mortal hands. Yet Shizun Bao, stubborn and desperate, clung to it like a drowning man clutching driftwood in a storm. When Zixia fell into danger, when demons clawed at her smile, when fate threatened to pull her away, Shizun Bao shattered his disbelief. He used the box, over and over, tearing holes in the fabric of time. Each leap back gave him hope. Maybe this time, he would save her. Maybe this time, he would hold her hand before the darkness could. But time is a cruel maze. For every moment he changed, another slipped away. He watched Zixia die in one timeline, vanish in another, forget him in a third. Each failure carved his heart raw, yet he refused to surrender. In stolen moments between past and future, they laughed under moonlight, spoke promises that clung like perfume in the desert night. Shizun Bao, Or was it the Monkey King again? Whispered, if I could love you for 10,000 years, I would. Zixia smiled, touching the mark on his forehead where an invisible band once pressed. But would you still be you if you did? At the center of the box's magic waited a single choice: save her and remain human, or become the Monkey King once more, gold crown, heavy burden, and a love forever last. In the final moment, Shi Bao made his choice, or maybe the monkey did. He donned the crown, felt his iron weight squeeze out his last human wish. The bandit vanished, the Monkey King roared back to life. He swung his staff through demons and darkness. His golden eyes locked on the horizon where Zixia's shadow waited. But some distances even a god cannot cross. On the edge of battle, he reached for her one last time. She smiled through her tears, touched his trembling fingers, and whispered, my true love will ride a rainbow cloud to marry me. He wanted to laugh, to promise her rainbow woven from every sunset. But the words drowned beneath the roar of heaven's law. The Monkey King turned away from the woman he would have loved for 10,000 years, if only time were kinder. When the desert wind howls at night, some swear they see him still, a lone figure beneath endless stars, golden staff in hand, a broken promise echoing in every heartbeat of the world.